Gon then casually proceeds to learn Ren instantly the moment he's shown the technique. The next day, he decimates Gedo like a fodder character without even taking damage. Hey, what's up everybody? It's LeeLos, and today we're talking about why Gon Freaksis is overpowered. Stay steady in pursuit of your dreams and goals. You're born to win, you're made for greatness, and I definitely believe in you guys. Keep up the great work each and every day. So, Gon Freaksis is one of the main protagonists that make up the story of Hunter x Hunter. Today we're going to analyze every single power-up and ability this legendary monster has displayed to find out overall just how powerful is this iconic character. In the world of Hunter x Hunter, simply becoming a professional hunter already classifies you as an extraordinary superhuman, and Gon is so fundamentally different that he's consistently depicted as unique even amongst all of these talented monsters. Gon is one of the only humans in Hunter x Hunter stated to have bottomless potential. This statement is not given to Hisoka, Chrollo, Netero, or even Killua. Gon and Killua are shown to be very relative in learning speed and talent, but Gon's bottomless potential for future power is unique, even when compared to the most talented Zoldyck in the history of their family. Not only is Gon's unnatural potential stated multiple times, but it's shown throughout the series. During Heaven's Arena, every feat that Gon performs in his battle against Hisoka is done with literally zero martial arts training. Every feint, combo, and battle tactic is done entirely by instinct, and in this battle, he successfully fakes out and lands a punch on Hisoka. Something Killua said would take 10 years to achieve, Gon accomplished after a few months of some of the most basic nen instruction possible with absolutely zero official martial arts knowledge. The ease in which Gon climbed the floors of Heaven's Arena further demonstrates Gon's insane potential. Killua states, after 3 years of being trained by some of the strongest people in the series, he was dropped off at Heaven's Arena, and it took him 2 years after that to reach the 200th floor. 11-year-old Gon, after just lifting weights for 1 month, reached the 200th floor with ease. Furthermore, when Killua battled Zushi, Killua states that Zushi was nowhere near his or Gon's level, meaning Gon at 11 years old, without even knowing Nen, was already stronger than a Nen user. After seeing Gon and Killua's immense talent, Wing still believes it would take Gon 5 years to defeat Gedo. Gon then casually proceeds to learn Ren instantly the moment he's shown the technique. The next day, he decimates Gedo like a fodder character without even taking damage. As punishment, Wing refused to let Gon learn anything new about Nen for 2 months, and he still performed these feats with ease, and defeats a Nen user who had a Hatsu ability before Gon even developed a Hatsu ability of his own, meaning even after Wing slowed his learning speed considerably, Gon still beats Gedo in a fraction of the time Wing expected it would take with his 5-year estimate. During the Chimera Ant arc, Killua states that Gon's learning speed mid-battle was so insane that it genuinely surprised him. Considering that Killua has trained with Gon side by side for the entire series up until this point, there's a possibility that Gon's learning speed might actually be increasing the more he learns and as he gains more experience. The databooks are considered secondary material, so they should be taken with a grain of salt, but it should be noted that the databooks back this idea up even further. Throughout every arc, Gon and Killua's talent is stated to be about equal, but suddenly, in the Chimera Ant arc, Gon's talent shoots 2 full tiers above Killua's. Furthermore, we see Jing demonstrates that he has the talent to duplicate any physical Nen ability that he's been hit with. We don't know exactly when Jing developed this talent. He could have always had it, but a highball interpretation of this is that this talent is something unique to the Freaksis bloodline, meaning there's a possibility that Gon could develop a talent similar to this at some point in the future. Another thing that backs up Gon's insane talent is when you analyze the insane power spikes Gon gets throughout the series for almost nothing. Considering that Gon has almost zero experience, with some statements in the manga implying that the Hunter exams may have been some of the first fights Gon had ever had in his entire life. Meanwhile, Killua had 8 to 9 years of insane battle experience before the series even started. It actually makes almost zero sense why Gon is this powerful. Without Killua's Zoldyck training, Killua would not have an electricity-based Hatsu ability, he would not have Thunderbolt, he would not have Godspeed, he would not have his assassin techniques, he wouldn't even have his yo-yos that he got from his brother, and he would have less overall aura output than Gon. Meanwhile, Gon, with none of those advantages, not only has he surpassed the showings of Heaven's Arena Killua by the time he completes just 10 days of sparring with Beanault, but he also became so strong that Razor calls Gon a monster at 12 years old. He could one-shot kill a veteran hunter like Morel, someone stronger than Knuckle who was stated to be on par with Kite in physical strength, and reaches a level of power so insane that Killua states a royal guard would stand no chance against Gon without Nen protection. He's absolutely a terrifying monster. We see how massively Killua benefits from being trained by his powerful family members. One can only imagine how strong Gon would have been if his top 5 Nen user father actually trained him in a similar manner. Gon's potential is absolutely insane, and he hasn't even awakened a small fraction of it yet. He never developed enhancement-based healing, he never developed a proper conditional Nen like Zero Hand or Pain Packer, he might not even have half as much battle experience as Killua. He could enhance the fishing rod from the beginning of the series and expand his moveset vastly. He still hasn't learned N or Een. 2 of his 3 Hatsu abilities are still in absolute baby mode. As Bisky states, it will take years for him to master them, and he hasn't even began to think about using his power as an enhancer to enhance his combat speed. Imagine a version of Rock, but used to augment his running, for example. The reality is, Gon has the mind of a child, and his childish Hatsu reflects that. His entire progression has been more or less him treating being a hunter like a fun game, and on cruise control at 12 years old surpassed not only the majority of humanity in power, but cruised past countless hunters in terms of power as well. He's one of the best written examples of having a genius character that I've ever seen in shonen, and the hypothetical true adult Gon, who reaches his full potential naturally, would be a character far stronger than the adult Gon that we saw in the Chimera Ant arc, because he would have all of that strength plus decades of battle experience, and could have a Zero Hand type conditional Nen of his own on top of all of that. Stack enhancement based healing on top of that as well, and you realize his near limitless potential is truly fascinating. That's not even mentioning the fact that on the Dark Continent, if you eat the longevity rice, characters can live to 300 years old, giving him literally hundreds more years to improve his ability. Meanwhile, the adult Gon we saw in the Chimera Ant arc was stated to be a Gon after just decades of training. A true adult Gon with centuries of training in the Dark Continent would be truly insane. That's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya on the next one.